Hi everybody and welcome to Seeking the Sacred Earth. This is Totem Weekly. Can't say it's Totem Tuesday because it's Wednesday. Quick preface to this, we are building up to a full moon this weekend on the 13th or 14th, depending on where you live on the planet. And it is a doozy, meaning we can really use it to illuminate so much of the deep entrenched feelings about the past that may be blocking us from creating our best life now and in the future. So this is so interesting. We got armadillo again. Today it's reversed. Wolf upright and then raven reversed. So armadillo. Armadillo is one of my personal totems. I work with it a lot. It was part of my birth totem group. This is all about boundaries, so that your relationships can really thrive, so that you aren't giving yourself away, diminishing your own supply, and you feel empty when you're interacting with people. Okay, so boundaries. It's a big thing we're all learning right now. But when armadillo is upside down, it's saying we are actually isolating ourselves because we're afraid of being rejected and we are afraid of being vulnerable. Now, let's just take this internally about a relationship with ourselves. This could say that we're afraid to really admit how we're feeling to ourselves because we don't want to feel sadness, we don't want to cry, we don't want to go to those deep, murky places. But I just want to tell you, as a seasoned person of going to deep, murky places, you have to feel it to heal it. Thinking it and intellectually understanding it only gets you so far. You have to feel it to heal it. And this week we are being asked to acknowledge our fears around our relationships, acknowledge our fears of being seen, and the possibility that if we're seen for who we really are, a fear comes up that maybe people won't love us. When armadillo is in reverse, it's saying we are unable to receive the love that is around us because it indeed is all around us because we are afraid of intimacy. Now, we'll get to how we turn it right side up in a second. Then we got wolf. Wolf straight up is a totem of the teacher, leadership, of really being able to call in the whole tribe, to teach the cubs, to share what we know, what we've learned with those around us so that everybody profits, so that the entire collective profits from our hard-earned wisdom. Now it's interesting because when we have armadillo reversed, it's saying, how can we share our wisdom and what we've learned with the passion that it will need, that the language will need to really inspire others, if we're afraid that they may reject us, that our wisdom will be rejected, that our power will be shunned, that our uniqueness will be ostracized. So I think we write this by saying, no, I'm going to share my light no matter what. We are here to learn lessons on this planet. Each challenge is an opportunity to upgrade, to graduate to the next level, so to speak. Everybody has a right to be sharing what they're learning. Now, true, some people are going to accept it and some people aren't. But then that's how you know who your tribe is. That's how you know where you belong, is the people who are going to resonate with you. But if you're afraid to show yourself, to express yourself, then how will you ever know who belongs to you and who you belong to? Now, I think the big medicine this week as we lead up to this full moon is in the raven reversed. And let me tell you why. It is a card of deep magic. It is a card of thinking outside of the box, out of what is this material reality that we see, and diving deeply into the unseen, the mysterious, the magical, the world of fairy tales, the astral realms. When it's reversed, it's saying we have lost our touch, our connection to the absolute joy of the magic of life, that we've lost our connection to the constant miracles, that we even wake up every morning, that the sun shines, right? That we don't fall off the planet because there's gravity. There are so many things about life that we still can't explain. Just, take gestation of the human pregnancy for one thing. There's so many things we don't understand about it. Ask any pregnant woman, why didn't anybody tell me that this happens? It's because they don't know why, so nobody talks about it. We are surrounded by that which we cannot see. Remember, the human ability to, actually see light, it's like we can see 1%, something I think maybe even less than that, of the light spectrum of what's happening around us. We're incredibly limited in our senses, actually. The Raven Reversed is an invitation to tap deeply back into your connection with what's unseen. That being your soul, that being a higher power, that being fairies, unicorns, and gnomes. But it's also an invitation with this full moon to really lean into what is a full moon about. Well, it is about illuminating that which is within, and that which is within your relationships. It's about illuminating what needs to change, what do we need to keep. And it's also usually a time of culmination. Something's ending, something's wrapping up, so that we can start something anew in the new moon in 2 weeks from it. So how, now that fall is coming and we're nearing the Samhain, the Halloween time, it's a time to think about what is your relationship to the word magic and the fun that can come from leaning into that with the innocence of a child, to be able to see messages in the birds, the animals around you, the stars, even like with astrology, the belief that that which is above us affects us, and that the earth, that which is below us, affects us because it's all energy. That is technically a belief in a kind of magic. I mean, I'm of the belief that I've been so humbled by life that I'm like, oh God, it's all magic, it's all miracles. I don't know how anything happens. It's an invitation to come back to that beginner's mind, that childlike sense of wonder, and something as simple as the patterns on a rock that could tell you a story of times gone by. So I think the way that we write this armadillo, so we're not afraid of being seen, and we can let go of this fear of rejection. One is to remember we're all vulnerable. We come in alone. We come in alone and naked. That's how we're born. And ultimately, we die. We take that journey to the other side alone. Vulnerability is our birthright. And in my experience, it's our greatest strength. Because every time I drop the ego, I drop the pride, I drop the BS, and I drop into my heart, and I expose that vulnerability, miracles and magic happen in my life. And then I'm able to stand tall in a different kind of strength, in a strength that is here to serve, not to dominate or overpower others, but to enrich the world around us and to enlarge everyone's experience of oneness and unity and connection. So I hope this helped you guys. I love doing this. And if you want something more in depth, of course, head to SeekingTheSacredEarth.com, look at the services menu, and we can have private sessions and chatty chat and do all sorts of things. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and most importantly, if this message resonated with you and there are people in your life that you believe this could also serve, please send it to them. Thank you so much for viewing.